And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. So the Bears are back in action tonight as we take on Aberdeen. I think we've played them 3 or 4 times so far this season. Of course, the second game back at Ibrox. Obviously, Michael Beale, I think it was Michael Beale's last game. He lost the last time we played them a league match at Ibrox. I think we lost that game 3-1 off the top of my head. But again, it's always a interesting affair when Rangers take on Aberdeen. Again, they try and force the rivalry more so than us, but certainly a game that they always get themselves up for, no matter their circumstance, no matter where they finish in a season. It's a game that they always get themselves up for, so it's always going to pose a challenge due to that. But it also makes the viewing even better, as a lot of Rangers fans do respect the man, but of course they have had an interim managerial appointment, that of course coming in the face of Neil Warnock. Neil Warnock is a funny man in football. Recently, probably seen him out on memes and stuff like that across the internet. But actually, in terms of what Neil Warnock's actually all about as a manager, he's a great impact manager and can make instant impact to any clubs that he really goes into. And as of late, he's kind of been in semi-retirement, taking on jobs here, there and everywhere in terms of just short-term roles. And that's what he's looking to do at Aberdeen at this moment in time, is steady the ship. And again, that's a situation there that Neil Warnock's going to try and do. And actually, it's going to be box office seeing him in the Scottish Premiership. It really is. I didn't think I would ever see it, but again, I do like Neil Warnock, but all loyalties towards him are truly out the window, and I would never wish Aberdeen to do well, but I suppose after this game it would be okay to see him do fairly well for Aberdeen, but especially after this match. But very much looking forward to the game now, just the fact that Neil Warnock's going to be managing. Now, due to the managerial change, that's because, of course, Aberdeen themselves have been in pretty poor form so far this season. Currently sit 8th in the league table. Of course, we do have the chance to go top. Obviously, if we win by 3 clear goals, we will go top of the league. If we win, say, 3-0, which would be absolutely beautiful to see. But Aberdeen's previous form, they actually did get a decent result at the weekend there, of course beat Celtic, but prior to that, draws against Dundee, losing against Hearts, drawing against St Johnstone, with their last win actually coming against Clyde in the Scottish Cup. And then you'd have to go all the way back to the 2nd of January from their last sort of Premiership win, which of course was 3-0 against Ross County. So very, very interesting one there. But despite obviously Neil Warnock coming in through the club, I do fully expect Rangers to get all 3 points. We're at Juggernaut at this moment in time. We're looking like a really, really good outfit. And as stated, I really do hope we get 3 points, and a very convincing win, because it did hurt me when we lost to Aberdeen at Ibrox. Sometimes they happen at Pittodrie, you drop points at Pittodrie or away games in Scotland, but losing at Ibrox is something that's actually unacceptable for a Rangers team. So we need to put the wrongs right and make sure that, of course, we get the job done against them. Just before we do get into the actual main headline of today's video, I just wanted to take a look at what Ali McCoy said with regards, obviously, to the game tonight and the appointment of Neil Warnock, of course, speaking out on TalkSport. And this is what he had to say regards to it. He said, "I want it on record that I'm a big Neil Warnock fan, and I hope that he does really well, but not tonight. I think it's great, I really do. What's this, his 17th club, and he's probably been at some of those more than once in that period. It's just amazing. You say football's a drug to some people, and it's never been more suited to a man other than Neil Warnock, because he just absolutely loves it. He lives and breathes it. I'm so pleased, actually, because I think he'll be great for Scottish football, even if it's just until the end of the season. I think he'll brighten the place up. I think it will get Aberdeen going. They're sitting in an outrageous position. 8th for Aberdeen is completely and utterly unacceptable. So I would expect changes at Aberdeen, but hopefully not this evening." I obviously echo what Ali McCoy has said with regards to that. And as I stated at the start of the video, I do like Neil Warnock, and I'm looking forward to the box office that will be Neil Warnock. But it's just a shame that he's gone to Aberdeen. But you know what? There's part of me that likes to see him do well. But obviously not tonight. Absolutely not. So yeah, that's that. Now, in terms of the actual main headline of today's video, guys, obviously some big news with regards to Jose Cifuentes. Cifuentes, it's been a well-documented scenario or situation or transfer argue if you like. Back in the January transfer window, we did state that there were many clubs that were vying for a signature, a loan with an option to buy for £2 million is what Rangers want. And stated, Jose Cifuentes seems like a player surplus to requirements under Philippe Clement, which, okay, is understandable. Again, I'm not going to bore you to death with regards to it. However, you may be wondering why this deal hasn't been done after we updated to you that a deal had been agreed between Cruzeiro and Rangers. And basically, the situation is that the Rangers midfielder has been delayed now until next week because of Brazilian red tape. He was expected to be at the club this week to kickstart his career, but it's been revealed in Brazil that the 24-year-old won't arrive now until next week. Cifuentes will now leave Glasgow on Friday and has to fly to his home in Ecuador to collect documentation for the move to go through. Brazilian employment law requires him to complete paperwork at his homeland, and it's been reported in South America he will now be presented in Belo Horizonte until next Thursday. The Brazilian transfer window doesn't close until March the 7th, and Cruzeiro have plenty of time to cut through the red tape, and basically he's looking to make his debut against Demorcata in the league next Sunday. So guys, that deal is still going on despite the sort of obvious complications or the obvious delay. You're probably wondering why he hasn't gone out the door, but there's a major update with regards to his situation, and that deal won't be struck actually until next week. So yeah, exciting indeed with regards to him, and good to see that us potentially making a bit of profit off of him, which I think it's a win-win. We've kind of brought him in, didn't really work out. We've kind of flipped him out the other way. But all eyes on the game tonight now, guys. All get eyes onto the game tonight against Aberdeen. This is where we've always choked, really. I've always been documenting Rangers' ability to choke when it matters in games, especially over the last, 4 or 5 years. And this is a moment to go top of the table. This is a moment for us to go top of the table. And hopefully the players have the bottle and can win this game convincingly by a good few goals. As I stated, a 3-0 win tonight will see us go top of the Scottish Premiership, which would be absolutely beautiful to see, especially the start of the campaign, and it could go round full circle. If you said after the last home game at Ibrox against Aberdeen in terms of the league, and stated that the next time we play them at home, we will be first, is absolutely bonkers. So very much looking forward to it. But guys, as always, do let me know your thoughts on Jose Cifuentes, and let me know your score predictions down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.